All right. We're going to do a video right now on how to use your Legion marches. At your Alliance Center 1, the first thing you need to do is you need to assign a Legion Master. To do all these functions, you need to have at least Alliance Technology level 3, so you can't be doing this on farms. And so you just build your Alliance Center 1. From there, you can hit View, and you'll have this icon on the right side. Once you click on it, you can shuffle through everybody and appoint a Legion Master. The only two people who can do this are the R5 and the person who in your alliance is the Overseer. So those are the only people that can do that. Once you assign them as Legion Master, they will be in charge of a garrison base, of which you can build for very cheap, and it just needs to be touching a tile that you own. So these things, it's only like a couple hundred stone to make, but you can see it's got 5,000 health right now. So very inexpensive to make. Don't burn a lot of durability trying to knock these things down outside of duels. During a duel, it's good because once you knock them down, you can teleport right where they were. And since they're a 3x3, you got a good shot of getting your base in there. There's no ruins or anything like a 15-minute timer. It's just as soon as it's dead, you can land on it. Here, now that I'm a Legion Master, I can go ahead and click on View Details, Legion Settings, and you can see I have a couple options here. Right now, I can put up to 4 APCs that will be in a march. You don't have to use all 4, but traditionally that's what you want to try to do. If you're certain classes or your Overseer or whatever all these little requirements are, you can get more marches. Just kind of read through them. They're pretty straightforward. So now I can go ahead and click on this, and I can hit add, and now I have someone successfully added to the march. You can see all the typical information on the right side's the 4601, and I don't really have any idea what that number means, but everything else is pretty straightforward. Go ahead and click click adjust and adjust and adjust and adjust. And then there we go. Now we're flying. So now that means that march is here. If you click, you can see on your garrison troops, those are your defending guys. Invading troops is who's coming at you. And then you can see I have one for the Legion. Your Legion count right now is up to 20, so you can put a lot in there, which is pretty nice. Now to use it, you can just click on a tile, and you can see you have the option for Legion and March, and away they go. And you can see I had all vehicles in there, and it's not using any kind of a vehicle speed. So keep that in mind, that it doesn't really matter what you send there as far as troop type in terms of your marching speed. It's really just a lot about destruction power. You want to get that up over 500, that way you can take something in one hit, which would be nice. If you have multiple ones in there, you have to use them all. So you can see how there's a number 1 here. The game will give you an option to place the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, or however many you put in there. So if you have 4 in there, you actually have to use all 4 in one march, and it can make a chain where that first one will hit there, then 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So I can actually knock out this whole area and block it off in one hit if I have, 4 APCs in here all over 500. And now that it's hit, it's taken a tile. You can see that tile belongs to the person whose APC I sent. So as long as they have tiles available, they will be taken. That's about all there is to it. It's pretty straightforward. This is a typical way that you would use it defensively for defending your Alliance Center 1. Offensively, you can place these garrison bases in enemy states as long as it's branching off some of your tiles, but it's not as useful because you cannot fill it and use the Legion marches. Where it is sneaky good is, let's just say you're a Legion Master at your Alliance Center 2, and the enemy is marching, and they're going to try to sneak in, and by the time you realize where they are, they're already right here and they're marching along. You can actually build your garrison base right here, block them off, and then send your Legion march just from right here to join your garrison base, which will only take a minute, and then you can actually tile back at the enemy from there. It's pretty useful. It's pretty rare that you get to do something like that. You got to be pretty attentive, but that is a way to also kind of maximize the use of your garrison bases. Garrison bases cannot be missiled. So the other good advantage of this is you can see we have one in red right here. This is our farm alliance. And the farms will actually send as many APCs as they can here. And we can use those to take tiles back and trade them back and forth while keeping the enemy at bay. So it's pretty good to use these things. This helps a lot for people who are not going to be online. For people who are either at work or it's the wrong time zone for them. They can still get points, they can participate in duels, they can take tiles, and you can actually try to get closer to using 100 out of 100 bases.